The 1002nd Tale of Scheherazade by Edgar Allan Poe. Having had occasion lately, in the course of some Oriental investigations, to consult the Tell Me Now Is It or Not, a work which, like the Zohar of Simeon Michaelides, is scarcely known at all, even in Europe, and which has never been quoted, to my knowledge, by any American, if we except perhaps the author of the Curiosities of American Literature. Having had occasion, I say, to turn over some pages of the first mentioned very remarkable work, I was not a little astonished to discover that the literary world has hitherto been strangely in error respecting the fate of the vizier's daughter Scheherazade, as that fate is depicted in the Arabian Nights, and that the denouement there given, if not altogether inaccurate as far as it goes, is at least to blame in not having gone very much farther. For full information on this interesting topic, I must refer the inquisitive reader to the Is It or Not itself. But in the meantime, I shall be pardoned for giving a summary of what I there discovered. It will be remembered that in the very usual version of the tales, a certain monarch, having good cause to be jealous of his queen, not only puts her to death, but makes a vow by his beard and the prophet to espouse each night the most beautiful maiden in his dominions, and the next morning to deliver her up to the executioner. Having fulfilled this vow for many years to the letter, and with a religious punctuality and method that conferred great credit upon him as a man of devout feeling and excellent sense, he was interrupted one afternoon, no doubt at his prayers, by a visit from his Grand Vizier, to whose daughter it appears there had occurred an idea. Her name was Scheherazade, and her idea was that she would either redeem the land from the depopulating tax upon its beauty, or perish after the approved fashion of all heroines in the attempt. Accordingly, and although we do not find it to be a leap year, which makes the sacrifice more meritorious, she deputes her father, the Grand Vizier, to make an offer to the king of her hand. This hand the king eagerly accepts. He had intended to take it at all events, and had put off the matter from day to day only through fear of the vizier. But in accepting it now, he gives all parties very distinctly to understand that, Grand Vizier or no Grand Vizier, he had not the slightest design of giving up one iota of his vow or of his privileges.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?